Hey, welcome to The Explainer. You know, every great product, every killer app, every amazing business, it all starts with just an idea, right? A spark. But how do you actually get that spark out of your head and into the real world? Well, today we're breaking down prototyping, that absolutely essential first step from imagination to reality. We've all been there. You get that flash of inspiration, that million-dollar idea, and then, almost immediately, that big, scary question hits you. But will this actually work? The fear is real, the fear that finding out means you have to risk it all. Today, we're going to show you how to test that brilliant idea without risking everything. And this quote right here, it just perfectly nails the mindset we need. You see, real innovation isn't about being certain you're right. It's about having the humility to accept you might be wrong, and then being curious enough to find out. It flips the script from needing a perfect launch to embracing a process of just learning as fast as you can. All right, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover what a prototype actually is. Look at the different kinds, walk through exactly how you can build one, and then talk about the huge path at the end. Let's dive in. Okay, section 1. So what is a prototype? Think of it as the bridge between your imagination and reality. At its core, a prototype is just a preliminary model. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's not the final product. Its one and only job is to be a tool for learning. It lets you test, develop, and improve your idea before you start spending serious time and money. So why even bother? Well, because prototyping is an incredibly powerful strategic tool. It helps you prove that your idea can even work. It helps you communicate your vision so other people can finally see what you're talking about. But most importantly, it's all about reducing risk. It's how you find those big, glaring design flaws when they only cost a few bucks to fix, not thousands and thousands. On to section 2, from sketch to experience. You know, the word prototype isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. Let's explore the different flavors you can build. You've basically got 3 main types. First, there are material prototypes. These are physical things you can actually hold, like a little wooden model of a new building. Then you have digital prototypes, which live on a computer, like a 3D video walkthrough of a museum. And then there are experience prototypes, which are this really cool hybrid of the two, like a real-world mock-up that you look at through 3D glasses to simulate what it's really like to be in that space. Okay, section 3, high fidelity versus low fidelity. Now, this is a really important distinction. Beyond the type of prototype, you've got to decide on the right level of detail. Think of it like this. A low-fidelity prototype is all about speed. It's the sketch on a napkin, the cardboard model, something you can whip up in minutes just to see if the basic idea has legs. A high-fidelity prototype, on the other hand, is much closer to the final thing. It's interactive, it's detailed, and it's designed to test the actual user experience, not just the concept. This table really brings that strategic choice into focus. Low fidelity uses simple tools like paper and pencil for one job, testing a concept fast and cheap. High fidelity uses advanced tools like 3D printing to test the user experience. It's never about which one is better. It's always about asking yourself, what is the most important question I need to answer right now? Now for section 4, how to build a prototype. So, how do you actually do this? Well, it's not about having a huge budget or a fancy lab. It's actually a pretty simple 4-step process. The whole process is really just a simple loop. First, you define one single, clear goal. What are you trying to learn? Second, you build the absolute simplest version you can to test that one goal. Third, you get it in front of real people and just watch. And fourth, you take what you learned, improve your idea, and you start the cycle all over again. It's this constant, powerful loop of building, testing, learning, and repeating. And that brings us to section 5, the big payoff. So why go through all of this? Why is this process so important? Well, it's because prototyping is genuinely one of the smartest investments you can possibly make. And this slide says it all. The number one benefit is cost. Plain and simple. Fixing a bad idea when it's just a sketch on a piece of paper costs next to nothing. Fixing that exact same flaw after you've built and launched a full product, that can cost a fortune or even sink your entire project. Prototyping lets you fail early and fail cheaply, and that saves you incredible amounts of time and money down the road. And finally, our last section, your turn to innovate. We've talked about the what, the why, and the how of prototyping. Now it's time to actually apply it. So I'm going to leave you with this one final question. Think about that big idea you have. Now, for just a moment, forget about perfection. Forget about all the features. What is the absolute simplest, scrappiest version you can build today just to test if it has a shot? Your idea is waiting. Go build it.